Now, it is January. It's the first weekend of January, and so we have a horror movie. That always happens, and they're usually not very good. But the thing is, the director of this movie made a short film about Night Swim 10 years ago in 2014, and so he gets to write and direct a movie. That is awesome. That is cool to know. But it is the first weekend of January.
Here's Johnny.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Night Swim stars Wyatt Russell and Kerry Condon, and is about a woman swimming in her pool at night is terrorized by an evil spirit. From writer and director Bryce McGuire, like I said, directed the short film of this movie, comes Night Swim, a brand new Blumhouse movie releasing this weekend. And guess what? It's rated PG-13, so all you teenagers can go and watch it because it's going to probably do well because it's Blumhouse, they pay really cheap, and they get big profits. So the thing about this movie is everyone I know says it just looks horrible, and I was giving it a chance. I love horror movies, and as a young filmmaker that wants to make movies, and horror movies especially, it's cool to see the story of a man who made a short film and got to make his movie. That's really freaking cool if you ask me, and James Wan's produced it, and James Wan's a great director, but listen, I'm just going to flat out tell you this is just not a great movie, but I'm going to say, like, a lot of you are not going to, like, hate this movie. At least I don't think it is, because there's a few positives. I think the acting, for the most part, from everyone is pretty good. Wyatt Russell and Kerry Condon both are good in this movie. They're not giving like award-winning performances. Like Kerry Condon, obviously in Banshees, is a very good actress. In this movie, I liked her. I liked the kids. They were good enough actors for the story, and they build a good family drama in the first like 10 minutes that I actually really liked. Wyatt Russell is a baseball player who's coming off an injury, and so he's trying to get back into physical shape, and so he uses the pool to get back into physical shape because that is a good idea. People do that. A lot of athletes do that. So the movie gives you a nice early premise, and it gives you an early opening, cold open, like most horror movies, that is give you a creepy idea of what this pool can do. And I was like, okay, we've set the groundwork. Everything is there for this movie to be a cool 90 minutes idea of this creepy pool. Unfortunately, my only positives is there because really everything else in this movie just falls apart. And I'll say this, the director of this movie, this is probably his baby because he did the short film, and he has shots in this movie that are like, that's creepy, that's cool. And he writes a good early script, but every scene progressively gets worse and worse and worse, and the script is absolutely cartoony. Laugh at it in the third act. It's literally water against people. And I'm not going to spoil it, but it gets so generic. It gets to the part where, like, they do research on the pool, the reveal of, like, oh, this pool actually had someone die in it in 1992. And then she does research. She finds the old people who own the home and what happened. You've seen that storyline before. And then also there's something to do with the dad. And it's a really dumb idea, the pool and the dad. And that's all I'm going to say. You've seen that plotline before many times in horror movies, and some of the rules of the pool get kind of stupid because stuff happens in the house and outside of the pool area and the home, and stuff happens, and it's just a messy script because, like I said, the first 10 minutes, a decent cold open, it gives you a nice family drama setup. It's all like giving you the layout. Take this and go at it. Make a creepy movie. Like, these ghosts that you give us in this movie, they're, I think, CGI, and they look bad, and I'm like, this is not scary at all. I didn't jump once. I was bored, and I checked my phone one time, and it was only an hour, and I was like, there's still a whole 30 minutes left, because in my mind, this idea and this concept is cool, and I think for a short film, definitely big thumbs up. I actually want to watch the short film. But in the end, 90 minutes of this idea did not work with a script that gets progressively stupid and an ending that definitely could have the impact. But that family drama you gave us in the first act, it's gone. As soon as the pool stuff really starts to heat up, that family drama is gone. And with this ending, it didn't really work. It could have really worked, but it didn't. And I left the movie saying, spend your time and money elsewhere. I'm gonna give Night Swim an F. And I'll say this, it's not an F grade where it's like a 20 out of 100. No, this F grade is kind of like a 45 out of 100. Like, the concept, the actors, and the layout is there in this movie, and some people might be like, it was okay, but in the end, as a scary horror movie, you bored me, and I'm a huge horror fan. It's just it's not a good movie whatsoever. And the third act, like, there were some funny moments that weren't supposed to be funny, and I'm like, and when the very ending happens, I'm like, this is why characters in horror movies are stupid. And I just shook my head walking out of this movie theater. Anyway, guys, 2024, 2 straight Fs. Man, we're off to a great start. Anyway, guys enjoy this movie review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.